Good morning, everyone. We are not meeting today, so your task is to watch this video. It's a quick review on elapsed time, and then when you're done watching the video, your job is to go into Connect Ed and complete the homework. It is elapsed time, homework 27. The link to Connect Ed is in the email, and I will show you again at the end of our little video. All right, so whenever you are looking at your questions on your homework, or the questions we're going to do here in a couple moments, I want you to remember, if the question is asking you to tell me what time is it 10 minutes earlier, it's asking you to tell me the time before the time that is shown on the clock. So you are going to need to move the minute hand back. All of the examples that we're going to do are talking about minutes. You're not going to do any kind of hours of elapsed time. We're just doing minutes. So you're going to move your minute hand back if the time is asking you for, the question says, what time is it earlier? If the question says, what time is it later, maybe what time is it 15 minutes later, what time is it 30 minutes later, then you are going to move the minute hand ahead to figure out what time will it be. So let's do some examples. So here's the clock. You can see that it is 9:02. And the question says, what time will it be 15 minutes later? Later means after. Okay, so it's 9:02 right now. What will it be 15 minutes from now? So 15 minutes later. So since it's just minutes that are changing, we are going to just move our minute hand. So here is our 9:02 right here. Okay, our hour hand is pointing to the 9. Our minute hand is this blue hand. I'm going to move it 15 minutes. You can do this two ways. You can count each minute by 1, which is what I'm going to do, or you can try to count by 5s. I think that would be a little trickier, so I'm going to actually move my minute hand by 1 until I've moved my minute hand a total of 15 minutes, because that is what the question is asking me to do. Okay, so this is 9:02, 9:03, 9:04, 9:05, that's 3 minutes. This would be 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, I'm to 9:10. The minute hand's on the 10, on the 2, which is 10 minutes. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minutes, I'm on 9:15. 14 minutes, 9:16, 15 minutes, I'm at 9:17. So what time will it be 15 minutes later? Your time is going to be 9:17. And in your homework, you would write 9:17 because you actually, you actually have to type out your times for your homework. So the time would be 9:17. That's 15 minutes later than 9:02. Our next example, we have the time of 5:40, which is on this clock right here. And we want to know what time will it be 15 minutes later. So later means after. So we're going to, and it's just minutes, so we're going to just move our minute hands later. So we're going to move our minute hands ahead. So here is our minute hand right here, this blue hand. Okay, I'll move it around. There's our minute hand. And I'm actually going to move it over here because I think this is easier. So 5:40. Okay, our hour hand's pointing to the 5. It's actually a little bit past 5 because it's on its way to 6. And we want to know what time is it 15 minutes later. And the nice thing about this time is it's right on a big number, so we can just count by 5s because those big numbers on the clock are by 5s if you're looking at the minutes. So I'm not going to count each little line, but you could if you wanted to. You can move this little minute hand 15 lines up. I'm just going to count by 5s. Because I know that all of the bold numbers are 5s, and the minute hand landed on a bold number. So this is 5:40. Here's 5 minutes. This is 5:40. 5:45, that's 5 minutes. Here is 10 minutes, that's 5:50. And here would be 5 more minutes, which gives me 5:55. And let me show you that again. And I'm going to try to draw it with my tools here. Okay, so we started at the 8. I went 5 minutes to here. Okay, that was 5 minutes. Let me try to draw a 5 there. Okay, that was 5 minutes. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me just get a text box, okay? That was 5 minutes. Then I'm going to go from 9 to 10. I'm going to use my hand. So 5:40, from 5:40 to from the 8. So when the minute hand is on the 8 to the minute hand on the 9, that's 5 minutes. And that would be 5:45. From the 9, or 5:45, to the 10, that's another 5 minutes. So from the 9 to the 10, that's another 5 minutes. Let me move my hand. So now I'm at 5:50. Another 5 minutes. And then from the 5:50, where my minute hand is on the 10, to the 11, that's another 5 minutes. That's my 15 minutes. From here to here is another 5 minutes. So there's my 15 minutes. So if I started at 5:40 and I moved my minute hand 5 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, my time now is 5:55. So my time here would be 5:55. Let me write that. In your homework, you actually have to type out 5:55. It's not an ABC choice. You actually have to type it out. All right, so here's another one. We got 1:10. Let me put it over here. So 1:20. So here, my hour hand is pointing to the 1. My minute hand is pointing to the 4. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's my minute hand. It's 20 minutes past, so it's 1:20. The question wants to know, what time will it be 10 minutes earlier? So this one is asking you, what time will it be before it's 1:20? So if you remember, when you're looking for the time earlier, the time before, you have to move your hand back. So we are going to move our minute hand back. So we're here at 1:20. We're going to go backwards 10 minutes. So let me get my tool, and I'm going to move my hand backward 10 minutes. And since it's real nice, it ended on that big bold number, our minute hand's on that big bold number, I can just count by 5s as I go back. So from my 4 to my 3, that's 5 minutes. So I went back 5 minutes. Then I'm not done because I have to go back 10 minutes. So if I go back, whoopsie, sorry. If I go back from my 3 to my 2, that's another 5 minutes. Move my hand back another 5 minutes. There's my 10 minutes. Went back 10 minutes. Let me make that black so you guys can actually see it. So if I went back 10 minutes and my original time was 1:20, here's 1:20. If I go back 5 minutes, it's 1:15. If I go back 10 minutes, it's 1:10. So what time is it? 10 minutes earlier, it's 1:10. And in your homework, you would type out 1:10. You don't have to worry about the PMs or AMs. They're in there for you. Just type out the time. All right, one more. So here we go. This time is 6:40. So my minute hand is pointing to the 8 because that is 40 minutes past. My hour hand is pointing to the 6, and I want to know what time is it? 10 minutes earlier. So again, this is going to be 10 minutes before. So I want to move my minute hand back 10 minutes. So here's my minute hand. And again, it's real nice. It lands on that big bold number. So I'm going to move it back 5 minutes. So from the 8 to the 7, now that's 35. That was 5 minutes back. Let me show you with my tools. Okay, so it was at 6:40. I moved my minute hand back from the 8 to the 7. That's 5 minutes. But I need to move it back 10 minutes, so I'm not done yet. I'm going to move my hand back another 5 minutes. So this time I'm moving my hand from the 7 to the 6. That's another 5 minutes. So from my 7 to my 6, that's another 5 minutes. It's kind of hard to fit that in there, but I will try. 5 minutes. There we go. It's off the screen, but that's okay. So what is my time? If the time was 6:40 and I had to move I wanted to know what time it was 10 minutes earlier, I'm going to move my minute hand back 10 minutes. So back 5 minutes would be 6:35. Back 10 minutes is going to be 6:30. So my time is 6:30. And I would type that in Connect Ed. Again, you don't have to worry about the PMs or the AMs. Just type in the time. Okay, so now I want you to go in and I want you to complete the elapsed time homework. I think it's only like 5 questions. It is homework number 27, so make sure that you do it. Like I said, if you've already done it and you didn't do well, I reset it for you. If you go in there and you don't do super hot and you want to try it again, let me know and I can reset it. This is your only task for today, for our class anyway, is to watch the video, which hopefully you've done already because we're at the end, and then go in to Connect Ed and complete homework 27. And the link to Connect Ed is in the email. Remember, next week, you have a sub on Tuesday, you have an assignment on Wednesday, you have me back on Thursday. So I will see all of you guys next week, unless you have me for vocabulary and writing. Then I will see you on Friday. Have a great rest of your day, guys.